I'm Dave Palumbo, founder of Species Nutrition. From my earliest bodybuilding days, I believed in only putting the best in my body. And that lives on in the Species Nutrition line of products. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
Old School Bodybuilding Clothing Company. If leg day was yesterday and now you're wondering why toilets are so damn low, you are definitely old school. If you're the only athlete at your gym that knows there's a contest today and it's to see who trains the hardest, you are old school. OSBBC.com for the hardest training athletes.
I haven't seen the sun in a week and a half. Look! It just came out! Look at that!
I love it!
Welcome back to another exciting edition of After Hours, and we got the whole crew here. We might even be joined by a very special guest later. I'm not going to tell you guys who it is. It's a surprise. But John, you know, it's we're deep into. I guess we're in December now. It's actually my anniversary today, December 1st.
Wow!
Can you believe it?
Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary!
Thank you. 6 years. So.
Wow.
Time flies.
You played that intro, and Jimmy the Bull screaming never ceases to crack me up. And I can listen to him scream about the same thing over and over every day, and I'll still crack up over it. Why?
That's true.
It's just infectious.
He's the birthday boy.
Tasmanian devil.
His birthday was Friday.
I'm trying to get him to move down here because I want to. I breed snakes and stuff like that now, and the food bill, because I feed him mice and rats, is getting high. And I figured I want to build like a rodent building, like a breeding facility on my property. So I want Jimmy to run it. So I'm trying to get Jimmy to come down, to move down here.
Dave, you know what? Your mother-in-law is single.
There you go. Hook up Jimmy. Yeah.
She rides bikes.
So wait.
She rides bikes. Wait. She rides. Jimmy, her hook up. Jimmy can be your father-in-law. He can be your father. Jimmy can be
my stepfather-in-law. Yeah.
So wait a minute. So
maybe George should do rodent cookies.
So you want Jimmy to run the rat farm?
That's right, the rat farm, right?
Dude, those rats stink. Like I remember being at your place where you had the snakes, that room where you had the snake. And when you open up those box of rats, you had a box of rats.
Yeah. Oh, you saw them. Yeah.
Yeah, they stink.
Do you remember that time we had John Scuderia in the show and he brought that frog? It was like the size of a fucking bowling ball.
Oh yeah.
What? No shit. It was bigger than a bowling ball.
It ate a rat, right?
No, and he brought the rat, and remember he was getting pissed off because the frog wasn't eating the rat, so he grabbed the rat by the tail and he's smacking it into the door jamb. His fucking head is like this, eyeball hanging out, and he gets trying to get the giant frog now to eat the half-dead rat. You got to dig that one up. That was a classic.
We had some classic episodes.
Yes, that was a classic.
I thought you fed the snakes frozen rats.
Yeah, I do. I do most of. Yeah, I do. But you know what?
They gotta be.
I seen you.
But where do you think they get? How do you get them frozen? You gotta make them first, and then you humanely, they gas them, and then we freeze them.
Wait, but I seen you feed them fucking live rats, white ones.
The babies you got to feed live because they won't eat the frozen a lot of times. So, but the bottom line is that I go through probably like 300 mice per week. So the bill adds up. So if I build my own building and I have someone to run it, not only can I provide myself with free food, obviously whatever the cost of everything, but I can also sell them because there's too many reptiles, not enough rats to feed them. So
yeah, but how are you gonna have a farm? How are you gonna have a farm with horses? Because you have that big
right. I have three properties, George. I have my house, the property next door that has nothing on it, and then across the street my mother-in-law lives there with the horse. That's the horse farm. So
you're going to convert the horse farm to a rat farm?
No.
Move Jimmy in with the mother-in-law, and I can see this working out. It's going to be perfect. You got to move the horses. Horses go.
The horses stay at the horse farm. I got to build another
coming down
building.
there.
I got to build another building on the empty lot, and then Jimmy could build himself like a log cabin or something like that there to
Dude,
live.
picture Jimmy with one of them crocodiles you got down there in that fucking stream. Picture him fucking wrestling one of them things, putting it in a headlock, hitting it and shit. Then the next day you see him wearing alligator shoes, you know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
We'll get him like a
I
Crocodile
wanna
Dundee
see
hat,
Jimmy.
you know.
Yeah, but I want to see Jimmy like ride off into the sunset with another girl on a Harley, like your mother-in-law.
Yeah, or he can ride off on a horse too, because now we have horses,
He's coming down there because I'm bringing him with me. I'm 100% coming down there, Dave.
Well, you know what?
100%.
It's funny because down the block from me, there's this guy who used to do I think he might still do it. He provides at concerts, he'll do the catering and stuff like that. And in his backyard, I was driving by his house, and it's probably been there since we moved there. I just noticed it. It's this old hot dog truck that it's just sitting there. It's like an antique. It says corn dogs, hot dogs, sauerkraut, and I was just laughing. I said, man, we could turn that antique into like a real mobile hot dog stand for Mr. G and Jimmy.
I just looked at one. I just looked at one before, and I'm going to a German butcher who's been making sausage for 100 years,
Wow.
5 generations. I'm gonna have him make the dogs, but I want to take the food truck, and it's like a revolving food truck / store where
Right.
we're gonna put the angry dogs on there. We're gonna have all our products, all our cookies and our candies.
I think it's a no-brainer.
And all the supplements, species,
Yeah.
right? And this way we can
Well,
go.
just make shakes. You don't even have to bring this up. No one's going to buy tubs of protein from you, but you can make protein shakes.
No, they won't buy them there, but it'll be a revolving store where they can order. I just connected with Uber, where people can order stuff, and you deliver it to their house.
Look,
like a
Mr. G, you could move down to Cape Coral now, and you could probably get a house. There's going to be a million foreclosures in the next 6 months to 12 months. Unfortunately, I hate to say it.
What, down where you are?
Yes, because
Why?
no one can pay their mortgage, Mr. G. This COVID thing, the banks gave extensions, but people are going to have to start paying. My real estate person said there's going to be a lot of foreclosures. You could probably get for $100,000 a nice house.
What were their jobs? But where were they working? Not working?
Well, I don't. George, people are not paying their mortgages because the banks were letting them get away with it, and then they get behind, they lose
The
their
next
house.
evolution, but you got to change. Look, you got to change the next evolution is not storefronts, is storefronts on wheels.
Right.
Like
Now,
No,
Greg,
Yeah, but
Greg,
George, you're all even New York. Yeah.
Greg, you know what sucks is
What's that?
that when you give me the image, when you describe the hot dog truck with Mr. G and Jimmy the Bull running it, all I can picture in my mind is that scene from Borat with the fucking ice cream truck in the Bay Area. And them traveling the country like Borat in that truck.
Listen.
Tyler can
And
find
you know what?
that
that
You
episode.
get out,
I love
they're gonna pull up somewhere, and people are gonna be buying hot dogs. Mr. G is gonna be outside in the parking lot, and he's gonna be talking
With a
about
Santa
life
Claus
lessons.
outfit on.
Yeah.
I was just at the post office.
With a boa.
I was just at the
With
post
a
office. The
feather
girl,
boa, giving life lessons to everybody who's eating hot dogs.
Yeah.
So they can change the fact that
That's
filet
hysterical.
mignon, and he's gonna be like telling them how to do it. I can just see this, but
I was just at the post office. Hey, John, I was just at the post office, and the lady ordered $200 worth of stuff. Right? I'm not kidding you. I go. Look, it usually takes 5 to 14 days, but for you, I'll deliver it in 2 days. As long as you do a dance with me in the middle of the post office.
Oh my
Holy
God.
shit. Dude, I picture George down there with a fucking Santa Claus outfit on. It's all hot and shit.
George,
know,
you would make so much money in Florida because no one is as aggressive and as
Dave,
as
you
motivated.
don't understand, Dave. I've been looking. I'm
You can't go to the East Coast because they'll ban you there. They won't let you in their establishments because they'll think you're insane.
No.
Dave,
I'm
you
coming-
can't
I'm
run a
coming where
business
you
in
are.
fucking New Jersey
You gotta
anymore.
go. You gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go to the West Coast.
I
Where
wanna-
I am here.
There's no state tax in Florida.
Nope.
Our whole thing is online. Dave, I'm coming to Cape Coral where you are because you got the whole studios up. We can do the show from there. There's a whole bunch of stuff the more stuff I could do.
He could train Logan
with
too,
the company,
John.
everything else than
Mr.
being up
G can
here.
raise the
I'm
rat.
isolated.
He could run the rat farm too.
Oh yeah, maybe Mr. G could run the rat
Christ.
farm. You
That
know,
way Jimmy can just concentrate on your mother-in-law.
yeah.
I'm bringing Jimmy down.
Mr. G can take my kids surf. They can teach him how to surf. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Man, are you kidding?
100%.
Dude, he'll pull a Steve Mihalik. He'll hold your kid's head under the water.
Yeah. Make him dead.
He'll be like, this is life or death. You know, this is the way you got to do it, goddammit. Imagine that. Mihalik, you know how you hold it.
Logan will tell me at 8 years old. He goes, Mr. G and I going to Hawaii to surf the big waves on the North
I give him
Shore.
I give him a hope. Look, I had one of my clients hire me to. They had their kid was 10 years old, and he never surfed before. He skateboarded and stuff. And I had him and 2 other kids. They used to pay me $2,500 a week to take them out to teach them how to surf.
$100 a week.
Dave,
Yeah.
can you imagine?
$2,500.
Dave, can you imagine the things Logan would come back to ask his mother? Say, "Hey, Mom, Mr. G and I we're gonna go climb Mount Everest.
Yeah.
Or Mr. G is gonna get me in a submarine.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna be coming out. Are you kidding? It would be like what a comedy.
Yeah.
I would have to see. I would
He
pay.
pulled a Steve Mihalik, like what Mihalik did with
Hold his head under the water.
Yeah.
held his head underwater to make it. Defenders actually had water in his lungs, came up and was like throwing up fucking water and shit, choking. He came with like an inch of depth, you know, because I picture George doing that, the Mihalik shit going on.
Logan.
The first thing I would teach your son, the number one thing,
Yeah.
if you want, is he's got to make his bed. He's got to make his bed. He's a leader in the family. He's the little man in the family. He's got to make his bed every morning. That's the first act he completed. He must do that, or he's not going to learn how to surf.
No, but what
There
he's
you
going
go.
to do is he's going to con his sister into making everybody's bed.
That's right.
And then
That's right.
so he can go surfing.
He's a master manipulator already. He's
Dude,
at
you
4
come
years
in
old, 5 years old.
Yeah.
Bro,
They
he'll
get a
think-
half-hour land lesson first.
No,
That's
so
how
he'll
you
think
teach
like
him.
with George, you'll teach him shit. You'll come in here, he'll have your fucking daughter's head in a like in
I
the
know, I
goddamn
know.
bathtub, holding her underwater. This is what I learned. You know what I mean? See, the people out there, they don't know what we're talking about.
No.
But you know, the Steve
Now-
Mihalik do that shit.
Now, Greg asked me before we started the show, he's like, how do I think that Hunter Labrada, Lee Labrada's son, is going to do at the Olympia this year? And I said,
I like that.
I think I just interviewed him just the other day, and I think he's got he's actually bigger than he was at the Tampa show he won. And he's at that age where he can actually grow into a show, the amazing, genetics you have, back when you first start. And he's, I think he's a legitimate top 10 guy right off the bat. And you know what? Maybe higher than that if a lot of guys, miss their peak, because I know he won't miss his peak. And you were telling us a story about when Lee was staying with you.
See, the reason why I brought that up is I like that kid. I seen interviews. I never met him,
Yeah.
but I know Lee. So I like that kid. He seems like a really good kid.
He's
too.
a good kid, yeah.
And the thing is, Lee Labrada was at my house in 2008, 2 weeks before the LA Mr. Olympia. And
What was he?
had
Hold on.
relatives-
First of all, what was he doing in your house 2 weeks before the Olympia?
Because I was doing a show for the NPC, and he was guest posing for me.
Okay, what did you pay him?
Oh, I don't remember. They were getting money back then. It was like $3,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they
Okay.
were getting money, good money.
Yeah, I paid him, Lee Haney, all those guys.
Yeah, because there was no internet. They couldn't go on internet. The guys now they can go on internet. And
Well,
circumvent-
George, there was no
Wait.
internet. That's why they couldn't go on the internet.
But
I know.
anyway,
I'm saying
here's the
that's what I said. They couldn't.
No, they couldn't. But here's
They
the
couldn't
story.
go on there.
So he'd be up here, and we'd hang out and everything. And he was great in the gym. He was very good with everybody. And the thing is, though, we would go out to eat, and he'd be eating like fucking peeled boiled egg whites. He'd be boiled eggs, and he'd be eating egg whites, and he'd be eating white rice. And we go to diner, we were like fucking kings over there. We're eating all the shit, licking our lips. And his wife, at the time, Robin, who his kid's mother. And they're still together. But what I'm saying is, she'd be with him, and I guess Lee would get he'd be smelling the food, and we'd be all eating like fucking, he would start right. We were real gavons, John. So he would start saying shit like, "Oh man, this sucks," because he's eating egg whites and fucking rice.
He's got 2 weeks to the Olympia, though. What is he complaining
Yeah,
about?
but the thing is, though, when people are eating that kind of food and you smell the food and all that shit. So, Robin, I remember one time saying, Lee, listen, hold on. This is your decision. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to do this. You know what I mean? This is your decision.
She was tough. She was tough, yeah.
Basically, so thinking about that, and Lee Labrada gave me the greatest, something that actually taught me a lesson, because he was saying to me about bodybuilding. And Dave, you might like this, John, you too, Mr. G. He was saying to me that before he came out to New York, he was in a restaurant. Oh, by the way, he said he was upset because he had to run to he was in the gym working out, and he had to run to the fucking airport because he didn't want to miss his plane. And he said there was about to be a fight between Mike Quinn and Mike Christian, and in a gym.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and that wouldn't have ended well.
Who would have won that fight, Greg?
Mike Christian.
Yeah.
I love Mike Quinn, but nobody's gonna beat Mike Christian. Was a bad dude, bro.
Yeah.
100% bad. Dude, he'd knock out any dude. He was a bad dude. But anyway, so he was telling me like the night before. So he was in this restaurant, and he said he looked outside, and he said he saw this fence with these giant bulls. It was an old rickety fence, and it was like these fucking 1,000-pound, 2,000-pound bulls in this area. And the fence, all that was holding them together was this tiny rickety fence. And he said he thought to himself, look at those bulls. They've been mind conditioned that I'm not going to go try to knock that fence down, or I'm not going to try to go beyond that fence, because that fence keeps me where I am, like the safety net of that fence. Meanwhile, they could just crush it, no problem. Right. And he said it made me equate that with bodybuilding. He said that a lot of bodybuilders build these fences in their mind that they have to do squats, or they have to do this, or they have to train this way because that's what some pro says, or because they read it in a magazine. And he said instead of trying to find out for yourself what works and try to do your own thing, go beyond that fence that you built. And I understood what he meant by that. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I understood that lesson that he was trying to say, that that a lot of bodybuilders, they're like, no, I got to do this. I got to bench or I'll never have a big chest. And that's not true. You know what I mean? I got to do squats or I'll never have big legs. That's not true. My legs are fucking jacked right now with cancer and everything. And I don't squat. I haven't squatted at all. So everybody's different. And he was trying to say you have to go beyond what you feel is the norm, or, what Arnold did for his arms or whatever the fuck. And find what's right for you, you know what I mean? And he was saying too many bodybuilders build those fences in their brains, And I understood what he said. It was a great, to me, it hit home. And, I like that. But he, the fact that he was not happy dieting while everybody else was eating, and his wife was not happy with hearing him complain about it. I would have thought that they would have raised, their kid not to be a bodybuilder, you know what I'm saying? But...
You know what the truth is, Greg? I've learned you don't raise your kids; they raise you. They do what they want,
right.
And then you have to just either accept it or not accept it, right, Mr. G?
Yeah, they're gonna look. No matter what you do, they're gonna do their own. They're gonna follow their own thing, I mean, the bottom line is want them to be good people at the end of the day.
Both of my kids are nothing like me. If you met both my kids,
thank God.
My son would tell you, do you believe this fucking guy? That's what he says about me all the time. Because I'm, he's my son's quiet, very focused kid. He's not a kid. He's special. He's
military.
He's Army, right? He's Army intelligence, NSA intelligence. He does digital forensics for them. So he's a totally different person. My daughter is more like me, but she's a maniac. My daughter smokes more pot than fucking Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? She fucking, and me, I've never smoked pot in my life. I'm against law. She smokes cigarettes. She fights, in the ring, MMA.
Right.
She's a jiu-jitsu and.
How does she do jiu-jitsu and fight and smoke cigarettes?
They all do. They all fucking do. Dude, you ever see like Nate Diaz? It's shit smoking pot right in the ring. He'll do it with all the. He'll do it with all the fucking, reporters and shit.
Did you guys see the Tyson fight with Snoop Dogg doing that? Did you guys watch the Tyson fight?
Yeah, I did. They're doing the commentary.
Yeah, but Snoop Dogg performed before the fight and was smoking the joint the whole time while he was doing it.
Dude, Mike Tyson used to use other people's urine because he was always lit. I never knew that.
Yeah.
You know,
Snoop Dogg smokes weed so that he can smoke weed.
yeah, but I always tell my daughter, you know, because, you know, my daughter's like, you know, all MMA, I don't know what it is, but all those jujitsu, they all smoke weed like crazy. All the UFC
smoke weed too.
But the thing is, my daughter fucking, you know, like you start telling, I got to tell her, look, you know, fucking the father of that shit, you know, what's his name over there, the Rastafarian, Bob Marley. He died of fucking cancer, right? He got toe cancer. So all the smoking pot that he used to do, and you know, all these people are tout like, oh no, marijuana is fucking anti-cancer and all. Well, you better tell Bob Marley.
It's actually worse. It's worse.
I know there's people gonna watch this though, George. There's people gonna watch this and be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
It fucks your brain up. That's why they call it dope.
Yeah, right. We were kids today. They don't know that expression.
It's no good for here.
John's probably the biggest expert on this panel, so let's let him talk.
Expert, why? The only pot you need is life.
Since neither of you have any scientific basis whatsoever, I would like to defer to why Jimmy the Bull is taking his blood pressure on the show, and if he's going to blow an O-ring right now while we're watching him, because
why is he?
starts ranting.
You see him?
I don't see him.
It concerns me because he starts ranting. Now he's taking his blood pressure before he starts ranting. So
Is he? I don't see him.
I'm worried.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
here.
I hear
Okay.
him. Happy birthday.
Hey,
Jimmy!
thank you, Greg.
Jimmy, stop packing your stuff. Come on, we're going to Cape Coral, baby. Cape Coral.
Wasn't it his birthday last show?
What happened?
Oh.
We're going to Cape Coral. You ready to go move?
Dave wants you to raise his rats. He's got all these rats. He has
His mother-in-law rides bikes, and she's really fit, and she's single.
Trying to set me up, George?
How old is she?
Jimmy,
I'm serious.
You know what?
67.
She's probably younger than me.
Wait a second. Hold it. I got to make an observation here.
What?
This is incredible. Nobody complains about how bad his luck is more than Jimmy the Bull. He's got the worst life, the worst luck. Murphy's Law's on fucking steroids when they're in Jimmy's realm.
You're not lying about that.
Then he's got three people who fucking love him to death who say, move. I got a place for you. I show you. I got a room here for you. Now I even got a motorcycle for you. I got everything you could possibly have. You won't come. Dave is giving you an opportunity. He's got to give you you run the fucking rat farm. He's got his mother-in-law single, ready for you to come over and start. And you're going to fuck that one up too. So the irony here is the guy who's complaining about how fucked up his life is, he's got to take his fucking blood pressure before he gets on a rant on the show because he might fucking blow an O-ring while he's screaming on the air. We got him, and we got this all fixed for him. We got it fixed. But he'd rather drive that fucking dump truck with the wheels falling off, with the top ceiling and no heat, where he's got to rub the rag on the windshield to see out because he's got no fucking frost. And he's going to be bitching. Wait till it fucking snows. He's going to be bitching and moaning. The fucking truck is all over the goddamn expressway. I got no brakes. It's going to fucking smash into the island. I'm going to get run over by an 18-wheeler. He's going to have all these fucking stories. But he's got a room in South Carolina with a job ready for him. He's got a room in Florida for anybody ready to take him over. But does he go? Watch. Go ahead, Jimmy.
You know, I think you should have took your blood pressure.
Yeah, really. Hey, Jimmy's very mellow today.
We got a special guest just joined us too.
Uh-oh.
Big Lenny.
Big Lenny.
Lenny.
What's up, Lenny?
Hey, thanks for having me on. I don't miss an episode.
I appreciate you
Lenny,
calling
how
in.
you doing?
Good.
Big Lenny's been
was in
reborn.
Florida.
Yeah, South Florida.
See?
Where you live, Lenny?
Palm
What
Beach
part of-
area right now.
Palm Beach.
About 3
nice.
hours from Orlando.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Beautiful day today.
Now, Big
just
Lenny
gotta-
just did an ibogaine reset with Guru Amin. How are you feeling since then? You still feel good?
Okay.
Yeah, I feel better and better.
Oh, good.
How was that?
Thinking more clearly, not having any compulsions like I did.
A what game?
Ibogaine.
You were like fucked
What the
up.
hell's that?
Ibogaine
is
is
it?
like a hallucinogenic that supposedly resets your brain. If you
What,
have addiction,
acid?
What though? Like
Go on like a 3-day
what's wrong with his brain? He's good. He's all right.
he had addiction. No, he had
I
addiction.
need some of that shit.
Yeah, it might make you worse, Jimmy.
It won't work on you.
No, he had a lot of addictions and stuff, and
Greg, you never heard of this? You got to go on like a 3-day trip. You got to take this stuff like this
You can take your fucking mushrooms. Do the same thing with some mushrooms.
Trip and hallucinate for 3 days.
It's called.
I got peyote inside. You can do the same shit with the peyote.
No way, Jimmy. You take that shit?
I used to take peyote, yeah, man.
No, Jimmy.
And I used to go to the gym.
You puke your guts up from that stuff too. I took
that?
it once. I threw up. I took it once, and all I did was throw up.
Yeah, you can get sick. You can, yeah. It's happened to me too.
And that was the last time I did it.
Fuck that.
well, that's why it's got to be
don't
done in a
think most-
controlled environment, guys. That's where Lenny had it done, in a very controlled environment, and he did like a journey almost, a spiritual journey, right, Lenny?
What was it?
Yeah.
Exactly. You see demons, you hallucinate, you vomit, the worst you could ever imagine, but you see life for what it is. Just
That's what Lenny. That's what the Aborigines do up in Australia. They go in these caves, right? And they light a fire and they all drink the peyote juice, and they trip out for like 3 days on that shit.
Yeah, I heard my old buddy from Pittsburgh, Benny Potta, was doing that out in New Mexico. He's a Catholic priest now.
Is he?
Dave can get him on the show.
Is he really a Catholic priest, Benny Pota?
He is now, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
I love
I
Benny.
love to get him on the show.
I was just talking
He was
about
an
it the other
animal.
day. It's funny.
So Big Lenny, so what's the purpose of that? So you took that you took that stuff, right? And what was the purpose of it? To reset your brain, to put you in a higher vibrations? What was?
Yes, there's physical and mental characteristics of it, but it does both. I can't really describe it, but I recommend everybody have it done.
No, but why'd you do it? Were you depressed? Were you not feeling good? What made
I
you?
just wanted to be a guinea pig on it. I was given the opportunity to do it, and I went for it.
He was having some health issues too, with swelling in his legs, and he was doing some destructive behaviors, and you said that all your urges to do all your all these bad habits and stuff like that all disappeared, right?
Yes, particularly the self-degrading things, sexual things. I just don't have the urge to do that.
Oh, that's
which is
good.
Amazing.
So no more. So you're not hanging out with any undesirables anymore.
Well, the funny thing is, they're all afraid of COVID.
Oh,
I mean, before they weren't afraid of AIDS, though, were they? No.
yeah,
Good
exactly.
But Dave, would you ever do that shit? You don't do mushrooms and shit.
No,
right?
but I did ayahuasca, which is very similar. But I did it in a controlled environment, an ayahuasca ceremony, and it's like a journey, And you know what? After I did it twice. The second time was a much better experience. I did it in California in a mansion. There it was about a bunch of people. And after I did it, it was because it's not like going to a club and hanging out. It's a journey, like he said. It's taxing, and I only did it it was only like 3-4 hours. The ayahuasca ceremony lasted. But afterwards, I felt good. Like I felt like, oh my God, I feel really good. I kind of saw things that made me, understand life a little better. But I didn't feel the like I needed to go back and do it again. Some people have to do multiple sessions because it's just not enough.
Were you puking up shit and all kinds of shit?
I found like I wasn't that damaged. I just needed to get a little bit of stuff out, and it got out, and I felt good after that. Some people will do 5-10 of those things, in a row,
But how the fuck is puking shit out? Like how
I
did
didn't puke. Usually, if you have a lot of emotional, buried stuff, you puke it because it's almost like a purging of all those emotions.
Man.
I didn't have the throw. I felt a little queasy, but I didn't throw up at all. Thank God.
I don't like that feeling.
It's the vibrations in our brains are lower than the vibrations that you see people who are dead. The people who have gone to heaven, aliens have a higher vibration. So this supposedly is supposed to bring you to that vibration. That's why a lot of people see God and see their loved ones when they go on this stuff.
Yeah, you know what God says? Stop doing drugs, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Listen, I had people when I was growing up. I have friends that did it and they never came back.
Wow.
You know, that's bullshit.
Yo, so, but it wasn't a controlled environment.
One thing, don't eat the fucking apple. He didn't say don't take the peyote. He didn't say don't take.
John, you did that?
He didn't say any of that shit. He said don't take the apple. That was it. Nothing else. There were no other rules. So,
Actually, it wasn't an apple, John.
It was the poison berry.
Think about this, guys. If you're living out in the on the outback, okay, in Australia, since Mr. G brought that up, there's no internet, there's no TV, there's nothing to do. So what do you do at night? You sit around and say, "What the fuck am I doing here? What's the purpose of life?" So you find these hallucinogenic mushrooms or whatever the freak's growing out there.
I say that every fucking day.
And you do that, and all of a sudden it connects you. It's like you leave your physical body in a sense, and you see yourself from above. And I think life has more meaning at that point. And I think that's the tool set.
Hey, so Dave, you're telling me that when I leave my body at night and I'm floating above my body and I'm looking at myself, that's the answer to life?
No, I'm saying you can see the relevancy of it, of life. But in other words, sometimes when you're in your body too much and you start to let everything affect you around you emotionally, and you get depressed. Look what happened when your mom passed away. I mean, you were really in a bad place for a couple of years there, and you couldn't leave. If you would have been able to just separate yourself from your body, you would have seen how ridiculous you were being, because all that mourning and all that that negativity wasn't helping you move on spiritually.
Took
But
four
why do you need a
years.
drug for
to
that?
get over that.
Jimmy, what it means.
Well, you don't need a drug.
This is what is either going to prevent you from moving to Florida and pursuing a better life.
Right.
I'm going to tell you. You know what pisses me off, John? I'm going to tell you what pisses me off.
That's what I want to know.
That's why I took my fucking blood pressure before I kept on the show. All right? Because I had to run around this morning. I'm not working. I'm out of work, so I'm probably going to end up coming down to Florida anyway.
Yeah.
And Dave said I could build a log cabin next door. I'm
Yeah.
going to work on that. So anyway, I fucking starved, and I'm running around. I had to go to the bank, pay all these fucking bills, right? And I said, you know what? Let me go get a roast beef sandwich. Because we're Italian, we love our fucking food,
Dude,
right?
now you're talking.
Yeah, so I want to get a nice juicy motherfucking roast beef fucking sandwich with sliced tomato, mayo sauce on a seedless roll, right? I'm all excited. I go to this big ass bagel shop, Brendel's, huge fucking bagel. I said, well, food's got to be good here. Look at the size of this fucking bagel store, right? I go in there.
They don't have roast beef in bagel stores, do they?
Yeah, they got a deli section.
Oh, okay.
So
Jimmy, they don't have that shit in Florida. They don't have that. You're not going to find
they
it.
don't got diners. They got nothing down there. Anyway, so I go in there and I tell the lady, give me a fucking roast beef sandwich, please. With a little mayo, tomato, and salt on a fucking seedless roll. Okay, no problem. And a coffee. Okay, $13. $13.
You're in
for
New
a
York.
roast beef sandwich and a fucking small coffee. And you know what I got? I'm going to tell you what I got. Because I got it right here. Because I didn't want to finish the motherfucker. All right? Here, it's fucking sheetrock with mayo and sliced tomato. What the fuck I got? I got sheetrock here. Look at that shit. All right? I was so disgusted. I ate the one sandwich. I took the other sandwich. I threw it in a fucking box. I got it right here with that fucking bullshit macaroni salad. Crap shit. I don't even want that fucking. Fuck that meal. $13 fucking for that horse shit. Sheetrock. That's why when I came home and I sat at my desk, I took my fucking goddamn blood pressure because I've had it with this fucking place. Okay? That's why.
But you're going to stay there because you're not going to come down to
Yes,
Florida.
that's right.
I am going to come down to Florida. I am. Because I fucking had it here. Yesterday was monsoon rains all fucking day. I had to run around yesterday. I was soaked. It was raining like a motherfucker all fucking day. Fucking place sucks.
But you're staying.
I'm not staying, John. Stop saying that. I'm not staying.
I think Lenny might have it. Maybe Lenny needs a roommate. Maybe Mr. G could. I mean, maybe Jimmy can move in with Lenny.
Dude, he only fucking ate $7 worth of that $14 sandwich.
No, they had a lot of roast beef on it.
You better,
Jimmy, take the roast
Mr. G.
beef.
You better.
Greg, I don't mind. Listen, man, Greg, you know what's Italian. I don't mind spending. I don't care if that fucking sandwich was $15. All
I
right?
eat that every day, bro. That's what I eat.
I want bloody roast beef, babe. That's what I like. I like it bleed. All right?
Yes.
You give me sheetrock on a fucking roll, and that's why I got fucking pissed off. All right? Not because of the fucking $13 for the fucking sandwich and a goddamn fucking little small fucking coffee. No, it was the sheetrock on the roll.
Yeah, but Jimmy, you know what it is? You can't
like
let
my
them do
dad.
the end. With the roast beef, you gotta get it when they first.
Yeah, in the
I
middle.
didn't know what the bitch did. She went behind the counter. I don't know. I don't see what she's doing over there.
You gotta make sure that deli makes that shit. They gotta cook their own roast beef. You can't get that packaged shit where they cut it out of the plastic.
I don't know where she got it.
I love roast beef, bro. I don't eat the tomato part, but I do.
Now, Lenny, hold on. Let me go to Lenny, because Lenny worked in food services for quite a number of years, right, Lenny?
Oh yeah, 28 years.
Now,
wow.
What do you think about that, Lenny? What do you think about my beef right here? What do you say? Am I wrong?
Beef without beef.
We would have thrown that in the garbage.
I want to know about my fucking beef, okay? Am I wrong or am I right? I got sheetrock on a fucking rope.
That thing is black, Jimmy.
Who the fuck even?
It's
Look
black.
at
I never. Jimmy, take that back.
Look at this shit.
Jimmy,
Oh, man.
take that back to the place, Jimmy.
No, it's the end.
You know what? I want to take it back. I want to
Jimmy,
take it back.
That's bullshit.
I want to say to the girl, I want to say, yo, come here, babe. Come over here. Come on. Here. Take a look at this fucking sandwich. Who the fuck? My fucking dog wouldn't eat this shit. All right? Are you fucking gonna say you got me 13,000
your
shit?
dog probably would.
And I don't even have a dog.
Your dog would probably love that sandwich.
He probably would.
You don't buy roast beef. Looking at it.
I never seen a roast beef sandwich like that in my life.
No, dude, that's because they
Why
give
could
me
they give it
deal.
to you?
I was choking on it when I was eating it, Greg.
I think we should get.
Hey, Jimmy, did you ever get this? Sometimes they have it with the fucking rope, and there's still a little bit of rope, you know. That goes-
Yeah, one time I got it stuck in my tooth one time. I couldn't get the fucking rope out.
Dude, I've had that too. Dude, I eat roast beef every day.
People don't even know what you're talking about. They wrap the roast beef in rope to hold it together, you know.
Right.
And
a rope gets in my-
sometimes when they cut it, that rope goes in your fucking sandwich.
Because they don't cut the fucking rope off. They'll stand there. I always tell them, dude, you gotta cut the rope off. I always get the slices with that in it.
Look, the only thing, Greg, that rope is good for is if you swallow it and you're constipated and that rope starts to hang out of your ass a little bit, you can pull that motherfucker and everything just comes right out. You know what I'm saying?
Or if it doesn't, you can just pull the
Bible eyes,
string
Jimmy.
and pull it right out, you know.
Dude, let me tell you, that shit is bad. I know what he's talking about.
All right,
That's
well,
'cause
you know
they
what,
gave me-
Jimmy? Add the roast beef sandwich to the hot dog truck that you and Mr. G are going to start.
Listen, Dave, I never had a problem with the hot dogs.
No, I'm saying.
Every time I get hot.
No, when you come down here and you guys get the truck going, you got to add roast beef sandwiches there, so you guys can make a real authentic rare New York roast beef sandwich like you get at Carnegie's Delis.
Yeah, and I'm going to do the sweet sauces and the hot sauces, and I'm going to make my
There
famous
you go.
meatballs too.
And I think you guys should get Big Lenny involved in this.
Yeah,
venture.
Jimmy.
Oh,
Jimmy,
I'll
I'm
definitely
going
get
to
in
the
touch with
butcher. Jimmy, listen, Jimmy. I'm going to the German butcher that's been making sausage and hot dogs for 100 years. 5 generations of Germans. They started over in Germany, and now they're over here. I'm going after the show. I'm going there to have them make the angry dogs.
You might as
Gotta
well
get the bratwurst.
Can't we find someone in Florida to make the Angry Dogs so you don't have to ship them from
I can
New
find
Jersey?
it anywhere. I can find people anywhere.
Okay.
Dude, you gotta get those German bratwurst, the
But
fat
you know what?
white-
Yeah, they got that-
Here's
they
the
got them
problem.
too.
You guys
Yeah, we're
don't,
gonna do both.
Mr. G, you guys don't know about food preparation. You got to get Big Lenny involved in this hot dog truck you're going to launch. He can do all the preparation, the food stuff. He knows how to keep everything sanitary so the Board of Health won't shut you guys down.
Yeah, except
No, I just
Right, Lenny?
Yeah, I have a ServSafe certification.
There you go. And he works in
You have to
Florida.
be-
Lenny, you fucking know where to get all the food and stuff, the sauce.
why do you care? You're not going. What do you
You be
care?
quiet, you. You be quiet, you.
You're not going. What are you asking questions for?
I think Lenny might
Don't
even be.
worry.
I think Lenny might be a bigger calling name than the two of them, John, on a hot dog truck, don't you?
Jimmy, we're gonna make a high protein hot dog.
That's another story. But Jimmy ain't going. Don't fucking kid yourselves. He ain't
Hey,
going.
you know, I was thinking Dave had a fucking. He's a very brilliant person, Dave. I love him.
Thank
He's very, very intelligent. I'm thinking that he said that he was going to start that rat and rodent fucking business next door, right?
Right.
When the apocalypse hits, Dave, you will have a line down the street. Fucking, we could cook them babies up and we'll be selling it like fucking
Rat burgers.
bad because
Rat
there'll be
burgers. Yeah, there you go.
there'll be food shortages. It'll be like
Don't
the
they eat them in
biggest thing
China?
that's
They'll be
up.
like, they'll be like, how do these
They
hot
eat
dogs
rats in
taste so
China.
good? We never tasted anything like this. They'd be rat hot dogs, right?
I
Yeah,
hate
that'd be
to
unbelievable.
say it.
Yeah, we put the skin on it, you know, it'd be rat, you know.
Probably healthier, right? Like the
we can even
Tyler said,
leave
probably
the
healthier
tail.
than most hot dogs.
You can even leave the tail off the end of the hot dog.
Dude, I hate to tell you, there's
I just so they
apocalypse.
can identify it's a fucking rat hot dog, you know.
Dude, if there's apocalypse, there's going to be a bunch of other rats coming to free those rats. Believe me. They'll be eating you, Dave.
It'll be like
rats
that
be
fucking,
coming
it'll be
for
like
you.
that movie Ben. Remember when we were kids? That movie Ben.
Yeah, remember?
Oh yeah,
Or Willard.
yeah, Willard.
Yeah, whatever
John,
that fucking movie.
John, maybe we could get.
Willard was the first one, and then Ben was the sequel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
John,
that's a
maybe
great
we
movie.
can get some donations that I can on my property next, so I can build this huge house, and we could just put Mr. G, Jimmy the Bull, Big Lenny in the house together, and they can just live there.
Jimmy
And we
ain't
could
going.
Set up cameras.
I'm coming down in
John,
12
I'm
weeks.
gonna. I tell you what, John. When I come, I'm gonna stop at your house
You're
first.
supposed to.
Yeah,
You're
stay there
gonna
for a
be
couple
the
weeks
first-
and get used to it.
You're
You're gonna-
supposed to.
Huh?
That was the plan.
That's the
but
plan,
you-
Jimmy.
But you're full of shit. You're not coming. You rather suffer in New York.
Yeah.
He's going to shit in your toilet.
You
Just
drive that fucking dump truck with the wheels
I don't
falling.
want
You
to
win
drive
no
that
brakes,
piece of shit
no
anymore.
brakes, no defroster, no, the door don't shut right. He's got to climb out the passenger window. None of this shit works. But he'd rather do that in a freezing fucking cold snow and ice. He'd rather do that. You know what? At least you're not hauling the fucking hose over your shoulder this winter. At least you're not doing that.
You know what the truth is, John?
You're not coming to Florida. You're not coming to South Carolina. You're not going anywhere. So just forget it.
I
You're not
wanted to
going.
make him the permanent groundskeeper of the properties too. Right? He can immediately start working.
Sit there and fucking
permanent groundskeeper.
He can immediately start working.
You got to wear like Farmer Joe's.
I get benefits too, Greg.
Greg, I already told Dave I'll get up in the morning, I'll put the straw hat on, I'll live
Yeah.
in the garage in the back.
Where the
leave a
Farmer
bologna
Joe's.
sandwich, just leave a bologna sandwich on the picnic table.
That's
and you'll never see me.
Well,
You'll
no,
never
I
see
think Jimmy, we're gonna have cows. You can slaughter your own cows and make your own roast beef sandwiches.
Oh, that'd be nice, man. Yeah.
I picture Jimmy out there. He's got like a cow and a fucking
Yeah,
headlock.
all grass fed, of course, too. Grass fed cows.
like Milo.
You gotta get the boar too, the wild boar. You gotta get everything over there for it. You know,
Yeah.
matter of fact, if you turn your place into a farm, Dave, you get tax breaks. You know that, right?
I know you get an ag exemption. So we're
You got
zoned
like
agriculture
Hey, Dave,
here.
we got like 10 acres down there?
Well, we have
and a half.
there's 3 properties I own, right? One across the street, and then one right next to the other. So yeah, it's probably combined. It's probably like 12 acres. So
And that's
But-
where
You
I'm
can
building my
make it-
log cabin.
That's right.
I'm building my log cabin down there.
that's right.
We
Except you got to
we
build it
gotta
out of
have an
cement
obstacle
block
course for
because
trade.
we have hurricanes down here.
They don't have logs in Florida. And
Yeah.
You ain't coming, so it don't matter.
We do cinder block. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna cut the fucking pine trees down and make a fucking
No,
log
no.
cabin.
There you go.
No, bamboo. Bamboo is the strongest wood.
We got bamboo too.
They-
The hurricanes can blow all the wood away. You got to use block.
Well, block. Got to use block, which Jimmy knows how to do, but it doesn't matter because he ain't going.
Yeah.
Oh my
He's
God,
going.
John's killing. He's killing me
not
today,
going
John.
anywhere.
John, I know what you're doing, John. You use reverse psychology on me, John. I know that's what you're doing,
I'm a realist.
and it's
You-
working, and it's working.
No, it's not. You're
John,
not.
he's going to come in here and shit in your toilet and fucking clog it up, I hope.
I have an entire wing of my house for him. The entire a fucking room, a bathroom, a private entrance. He can have
Wow.
whatever he wants.
John, how did you wind up in South Carolina?
My wife.
His wife's family.
Oh, your wife's okay. Weren't you in Mexico before? You were never in Mexico.
Yeah, it was in Mexico.
If
before.
Jimmy, if we
What part
build
of
this
South
house
Carolina?
though, we can build a gym too in the house so that we can have then that would certainly incentivize Big Lenny to come down there and train.
Yeah, we can build an obstacle course around your whole property.
That's right.
The
Yeah,
whole outside of it.
I want to do a Ninja Warrior obstacle course.
How about an
Yeah.
amusement
And Mr.
park?
G can train the
I
kids
have
to
to
do
go
Ninja Warrior.
the rats had to run the obstacle course.
Yeah.
We just have
the ball.
Peapod deliver the food. We'll grow our own food, and we can stay on the compound. We don't have to go anywhere anymore.
Exactly. You're not going anywhere because you're staying in New York. So,
John,
you're not going anywhere. Stop
you
it.
know I love you to death, brother. You know I love you.
Just stop. You're not going
Jimmy,
anywhere.
hey Jimmy,
You're making my blood pressure go up.
hold on, Jimmy. I got a question for you. Jimmy, do you think you could teach Big Lenny the Jimmy the Bull style of training? I think Lenny would do well with your training style.
Oh, absolutely. I would turn him around in a few months. He would be whatever he is now. He'll be 5-6 times more that when I'm done with him.
Lenny, would you be open to that?
Yeah,
Gotcha?
yeah.
The power bodybuilding style. I don't know if you've ever seen Jimmy the way he trains.
Yeah, I was
like,
a big fan.
Yeah, it's like a power. It's like a power bodybuilding combination. I kind of add like powerlifting style into my bodybuilding routine. That's kind of what it's like.
Yeah, I remember those dumbbells you were throwing.
A lot of screaming.
120.
Yeah.
Yeah, 120 pound dumbbells.
150. I got to correct you. 150 because that's a very hard thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 150s. Yeah, I used to do reps with those things.
You think you can get Lenny? You think Lenny can do the 150s? You think you can build him up to it?
Well, I got to see where he's at right now. I'd have to sit with him and go through some routines to see where his strength is at, and then I would, then I would build from there. See where like when I used to train some cops of mine, friends of mine, martial arts, and they wanted to learn how to kick. So a lot of them can't execute, so many kicks. So I would let them execute 4 or 5 different kicks, and whatever kick they were really good at naturally, I perfected that kick. That's what I do. So that's what I would do to Lenny.
Can you still?
I would train.
Can you still kick, Jimmy?
I still kick, yeah.
Let me see. Give us a kick for the camera.
I can't do it now. I got my jeans on. I got my Jordache jeans on. If I do a kick now, I'm gonna split it right
Jordache, I love it, bro. I spotted. Hey, Dave, I spotted Jimmy on the fucking stage. Was doing 600 pounds reverse fucking bench, and I was even like, holy shit, don't drop this because there's no way I could get this off. And he did it. He did it for reps. He was like this, bang. Remember at the Women's Extravaganza?
That's right.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun over there.
That was good.
Was that Bob Bonham did that?
Yeah, Bob Bonham's. We were backstage. Remember all the girls in bikinis and shit?
Yeah, that was nice.
Oh yeah.
I think me and you were like the only males there. Me and you at that time.
Yeah, we loved it. Yeah. Oh, I loved that. All them little asses like this.
Yeah. I don't
Those
forget
bodybuilding girls were like bikini girls right now.
What's that?
They had the girls, the bodybuilding girls back when we were growing up in the early 80s were like the bikini girls are now.
Well, this was bikini girls then too, like fitness girls. They got that ass like a catcher's mitt. You know what I'm saying? Like a little fucking,
Greg, you and Lenny like the same type of ass, I think. Do you like a little butt too?
I love it.
It should probably be on a girl though.
Lenny, do you like a boy's butt too?
You got a nice,
a big round ass. I don't
you
care
like
what
big?
it is.
Oh, you
No,
like a
I
big
like it
round one.
little.
Never mind.
little.
Greg likes them small.
Remember in the movies with Schwarzenegger in True Lies when Bill Paxton's telling Schwarzenegger, he doesn't realize that that's his wife he's talking about, and Bill Paxton.
Yeah. He was playing like he was a private detective.
Like a 10-year-old boy, like this, and fucking Schwarzenegger looks at him like you want to kill him and shit. He was talking about Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jamie.
That was a great movie.
Yeah. Dave, you know Jamie Eason. You ever see Jamie Eason's ass like that?
Yeah. She was the one who survived cancer, right? She was bodybuilding.com. She was sponsored by them.
Got a dude. I'd give her Spam. You know what Spam is?
What?
Ham in a can.
I got to ask Lenny a question. Lenny, where you training now?
I'm training at Palm Beach Gym in Boca. I'm going to go there after the interview. It's pretty nice, old-fashioned, but, it's just a lot of LA fitnesses around here.
Two cookie
You got
cutter.
Redcon 1 headquarters, and, of course, you got the Dragons lair, but Flex Lewis won't let me train there for whatever reason. I don't know.
Oh, he won't? Why not? I would let you train at my gym.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea, but another guy was going to take me one day. When Flex says, who you bringing? He said, Big Lenny. He got silent. He said, that's not a good idea.
Oh, really?
I heard it on speakerphone.
Why? How come? What does he think? You're going to wreck the joint?
I don't know. Maybe he thinks my physique will make him look bad.
What's the difference?
That's boy, Lenny.
You're not a cookie cutter. You're hardcore. That's what we want. That would be what I want in my gym.
Let me tell you something. The hardcore guy is dying off. We're like a dying fucking breed, Yeah, boy. So where's the recon, Lenny? What's the recon?
Redcon. That's in Boca as well.
Oh, that's Aaron's gym. Yeah, that's Aaron's gym.
Yeah, beautiful gym. But again, not hardcore.
You're talking to a Marine. That's why.
Wait. Oh, who owns that gym?
Aaron Singer.
Aaron Singerman.
Anymore.
Holy shit.
Going to a friend of mine named Steve.
Wow. I didn't know that.
We'll build a gym, Jimmy, on the property next door. That's what Amanda wants anyway. So, and then
Well, I think that's a fucking great idea.
You can build out the inside, right?
Yeah. Huh?
You build out the inside. You can mirror the walls for me. You can do the floors. We'll put down the mats, and then I'll find a sponsor to
I would love to do that. I would love to do that.
We're gonna have room for Jimmy's log cabin.
I don't wait, John. Let John speak.
There's only one problem with that idea, Dave.
He's not coming down. I know.
Forget about it.
When is that going down?
I'm gonna even pave a parking spot. I'm gonna have a parking spot for Big Lenny
The
there.
rats are on their own.
His mother's gonna stay alone, and
Fucking John. You know, John, you're a Debbie Downer today. What the fuck did you eat this morning?
Roast beef sandwich.
He must have had that. He must have had that roast beef sandwich I had.
He had a good one.
I'm gonna have a parking spot.
Psychology, Jimmy.
unlike you, when I order roast beef, I want to see it first. That's what you always do.
Oh shit, I do that now too.
Yeah.
Well, that's a very good point. I usually do that, but the roast beef wasn't, in the showcase thing there, so I don't know where they had it. So
I always say,
They gave you the dog food. The dog, they should give him the dog food roast
I
beef.
gotta see this shit.
hey Jimmy, you know what I hate? When they pile it up in the front and then in the back goes to nothing. You know what I'm talking about? When they pile it up, you look at the sandwich this way and it's like fat like this, and then in the back there's no roast beef. I hate that. I tell them I always ask to see it too. My girlfriend will tell you. I'm anal about that.
my battery's gonna
Greg
die
likes
any
his meat.
second.
Greg is a carnivore for sure.
Oh, dude, I'd be eating those rats. I don't give a shit. I love meat.
I'm a carnivore too, man. I just went to that farm the other day. I got that fucking steak again, man. I'm out of my mind.
$30 he pays for like a steak.
I want to see. Let me see that.
Let's see the steak.
Before my battery dies, before my fucking battery dies, Hold on a minute. Here, you want to see what the fuck is in my refrigerator, Greg? I'll show you.
Yeah,
I'm a fucking animal myself. Here we go. Here. Here's one. This is what I have for breakfast.
Nice.
And this is the
how
fucking
much that
steak I
steak cost
bought.
you?
That's the one I bought on the farm there, the fucking fresh kill.
How much?
Right there, baby.
How much?
Wow.
Fresh fucking kill.
How much was that?
Like that.
This was $37.
Oh my God.
It's the sirloin. They got
How
a
is that even a good
nice and packed.
It's not even a fillet.
Well, it's a couple of pounds, George. It's probably like almost.
Got a
2.5.
boy, Jimmy.
It's half a pound of fat right there too.
Jimmy,
Well,
don't listen.
I don't know.
Flavor.
Jimmy, don't listen to them. They want to see a soy steak. Don't do it.
No.
Yeah,
We'll grow our own.
Guys.
I'm gonna grow my own beef. We're gonna have our own cattle out there, Jimmy. You could just go out there and kill a cow when you're fucking hungry.
I can't do that, bro. No, I can't kill something I saw walking around. I can't see that on my plate. When I'm eating steak, to me, it's a steak. If I start thinking that's a dead cow that died fucking a couple weeks ago, I can't eat that shit. I couldn't eat something I raised. Your kids are over there with the buckets, eating oats and shit, and then a couple weeks later you kill that, and you're eating that.
Find me to see if Greg eating the meat, the steak on Bigger, Stronger, Faster. It's got to be on YouTube.
With his hands.
Valentino eating steak on Bigger, Stronger, Faster. It'll come.
Dude, I used to do that with Blackman. He would buy me like a 2-pound steak or 3-pound steak, and I would shit out 4 pounds of meat.
Oh, well, he wanted to watch you eat the beef. That's why.
No, he wanted to watch shit out the 4-pound.
We all did it.
Hey, Dave, didn't we have that competition at my friend's club, Vinny's club? We had the hamburger meat eating.
Yeah, it was like
contest.
3 pounds. It was like a 3-pound cheeseburger that the Furious Pete ate. I think, right? He won that one.
Yeah, that was at my friend's strip bar.
Yeah, at Vinny Bulger's place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Juan Morel was there. Juan Morel ate the burger too.
But
I
that
think
guy
I'm gonna open up a strip bar in Florida. I'm gonna call it Puss in Boots. I had a dream last night about the name. I love it.
They'll run you out of town down here.
You're
Trust
about
me.
25 strip clubs too late with that.
You found it? All right, hold on. Can you get it up there?
Oh, yeah.
But it don't matter because you're not coming anyway.
Hold on. I'm putting the scene up of Valentino eating the beef. Hold on.
With his hand. He's eating a T-bone steak with his fingers. Designer.
Yeah, I biting it. I was chewing it like that.
Like an animal.
All right.
Well,
Is
You
it
know,
over?
Greg's Italian. He loves his food like
That's
me,
right,
you know what I mean?
Jimmy. We got to get one with our food. We got to eat it. Scott, you got to have some of it on your face.
I gotta eat with my fucking hands. I gotta feel my food. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Grip on your shirt.
What's your favorite steak, John?
Yeah, while you're
Yeah, what's your best steak?
What's your favorite steak, John?
My favorite steak is actually it's hard to get. If you take the prime rib, you got the eye in the middle.
Yeah.
And then you got that strip of meat on the outside. It's the spinalis muscle.
Yeah.
That right there. You get that.
See, when you start talking,
What's that called? Does that have a name?
I don't know what they call it here. I used to get it in Mexico. They called it tapa.
But John, when you start talking about it like that, you kill it for me. See, because I don't start thinking about I'm eating a muscle. If I start thinking about that, I can't.
Well, what's your favorite steak, Greg?
Well, I like the T-bone, like we used to get with Steve. That big fat T-bone like this. Oh man, I love all that.
Is that the bone in filet, John?
You ever have the tomahawk, Greg?
Yes, I've had the tomahawk. I love it.
What's that?
I love it.
But you just get the top of the prime rib like that, the cap. It's so unbelievable. It's the best tasting steak you ever.
Now that sounds better. But when you start talking about the muscle and what it like the spinach muscle,
What's your favorite steak, Jimmy?
Well, the tomahawk, if you could get that, because you can't always get it.
What is the tomahawk? What is
it's a rib.
Ribeye.
Rib.
It's a ribeye, and the bone that comes off the ribeye is about 16 inches long.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my favorite steak.
I love that.
ribeye
Bro. I love that. I could eat that right now.
Zero difference to the taste of the fucking steak.
See, that I don't like to work to eat my steak. I like a fillet. I like the filet mignon. I don't want to do any work. I don't want any bones. I don't want any fat. I want to just slice a nice rare piece of filet mignon.
Oh, you don't eat the bone per se, Dave. The
you got to trim it. You got to trim it though.
Yeah, you got to cut it. You got to understand. You never heard that saying that the meat is sweeter closer to the bone. You never heard
I
that
heard it, but
expression?
I'm telling you, I like the filet better. That's what Big Lenny. What do you like? What cut of meat?
Well, I had the pleasure of having a Wagyu tomahawk ribeye.
Yeah.
My old boss got me on a Christmas party.
Wow.
And that was the best I ever had.
How much was that
Yeah.
steak? That had to be $100.
Right here.
See, Lenny's a man after my own heart. He loves the tomahawk.
Jimmy, look.
But that's a one and done. I don't see myself probably ever getting that again.
Look.
Very expensive, the tomahawk. Very expensive.
See that, Jimmy? Right there, bro. Look, more.
Nice. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
My man.
Look at all that
He
meat
went to
he's
his
got.
refrigerator. I love you, Greg. And the fucking guy went to his refrigerator. I love that. I love Greg, man. That's funny shit, man. It's good. I love that.
Hold that up, Greg.
That guy's got everything under that table. Auto parts, fucking He got fucking women under there. He's probably got his money under that fucking desk, too.
Hey, can you guys see me? I can't see you. What did I do? Did I knock it off?
I see you.
Oh, I can't see you guys. But anyway, yeah, I got a whole bunch of steaks here, Jimmy.
So maybe
They're
you
all
guys,
nice.
should have a steak sandwich on that truck that you guys are gonna do on the
Greg,
hot dog truck.
You just happen to have them steaks under the table, Greg. I was just talking about the steaks. I didn't even see him get off the chair, and he whipped those steaks out from underneath the table. That table is magical. I love that fucking table.
Look at all these steaks. Look at them all. I got a lot.
That's unbelievable.
Wow.
And they're fucking frozen.
But they're too.
Yeah, they're frozen. Look.
Yeah, I would never freeze them.
But I'll eat these fuckers. All week I eat that shit.
Why are you so thin?
Huh?
Why do you buy them so thin?
Oh, they're not thin.
Faster.
They're about at least an inch or so. Yeah, look. It's that they're frozen, but they're not thin.
No, they're pretty thick.
You need like 2 inches.
All right, since I'm talking to a panel full of carnivores here, would you guys ever eat a veggie burger, or is that like too cooked?
No.
No, never.
You know what a veggie burger reminds me of? You ever see a cow take a shit after you ate about 90 pounds of fucking grass? That's what the fucking veggie burger looks like. Okay? It looks like some cow took a shit after he grazed the whole field. That's what the fucking veggie burger looks like.
Hey,
You're right, Jimmy.
Jimmy,
Yeah. Yeah,
Right
still
here, look.
got the clover leaves hanging out in the fucking thing and everything.
Those are squid sprouts.
Jimmy,
I ate those in Hawaii.
Jimmy, this is the
fucking
only veggie burger I eat right here. The only veggie burger I eat right here. Look, it's not a veggie. It's fucking meat.
That's it. He's got chopped meat too.
He's got so much meat in that house. He can eat for a month
Oh
there.
my god. Yeah, Greg, you can feed a whole fucking family in Vietnam with the fucking food you got under that table.
Hey, Greg, you got any toilet paper? I got toilet paper with you.
Hold on, I got a funny
In
toilet
his sock.
paper.
He keeps toilet paper in his sock.
He's coming back. Don't worry.
I got a funny story I'm going to end the show with. Hold on. First of all, Lenny, would you ever eat a veggie burger?
Yeah, I had it once at work. It was disgusting.
Yeah,
I spit it out. And the smell of it to this day turns my stomach.
So I'm in the super. Good. So no veggie burgers. Is that too cookie cutter, huh?
Oh, it's disgusting. Whoever invented that, that's a disgrace.
Well, now they got a thing called Beyond Burger.
Look, here's my toilet
Beyond
paper.
Burger, and it's
If it's not meat, you can't call it a burger.
Obama toilet paper. Look.
Oh,
Wait.
my God.
Hey, Dave.
It was under the table.
Stop the politics. We're not talking politics today.
Look at
To
this.
me, if it's not meat, you can't call it a burger, right? If it's made of fucking tofu, it's not a burger.
Jimmy, it's a baby elephant. Look.
All right, so I'm in Sam's Club the other day, and I need paper towels, but I want to buy. It's one per customer. Thank God they had them because they haven't had them for the last 2 weeks. So because I use paper towels for my snake tubs for the baby tubs. So I want 2 big things of paper towels, but you can only buy 1. So I bring 2 up to the front. I figured, you know what? I'll go to one of the people who are checking out who are not buying paper towels, and I'll just say, hey, here's $20. Can you buy me the paper towels? Which is what I always do. So I go up to this woman. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. I said, would you mind buying this roll of paper towels for me? Here's $20. It was like $15 or something like that. I'm like, just keep the change. I'd really appreciate it. She's like, I can't do that. I said, why not? She goes, I'll be arrested. Sorry, I can't talk to you anymore. Like, you thought I was trying to ask her to take this bag of cocaine and bring it across the street to the fucking guy across the street. You think I was asking her that? People are nuts. They're so afraid of everything out there. It's amazing.
I don't know.
It's sad.
They
man.
got us all
you
living in
guys-
fear.
Can you guys see me? Look. It's a baby elephant. You see that?
Yeah, I see the elephant.
That's a taxidermy baby elephant.
what?
Oh, it really is real?
No, it isn't.
Yeah, look.
Wow.
It's a taxidermy. Can you see that?
I don't like that. Don't tell me that's real. Tell me it's fake.
Greg, did you have that under the table, too?
Well,
Where the hell did you get
throwing it
that?
away on the side of the road. I fucking took it.
Did Lee Haney give you
Greg
that?
has toilet paper in his sock.
I think Lee
Everyone
Haney brought
knows
that
his-
to his house when he was there in the 80s eating
I got
meatballs.
toilet paper always in my side.
You know, Dave,
I know,
back to what Dave was saying, besides that Obama toilet pass next, Greg. Back to what Dave was saying. And I went to a pizzeria the other day, too, and it was a mother and daughter online, so I kind of walked in. I had to go around them to get at the end of the line. And as I was passing them, the both of them, backed up against the fucking glass counter, like I was a fucking leper, And I looked at them, I was like, really? You know what I'm saying? Really? Is that what this shit is doing to people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're backing up away from me like I'm fucking diseased?
They're watching CNN News as a scoreboard, a fucking scoreboard of how many people got it, how many people died, running scoreboard. This is what they're doing.
Fear.
They're scared.
It's a
They're
fear, yeah.
assholes.
Look
Fear
at
tactic.
fucking
Scaring people.
Cuomo said the hospitals are overwhelmed. I went down to
They're not.
Huntington
There's
Hospital
nobody
last
there.
night. I went
There's
to
no one
Huntington
there.
Hospital last night. There was nobody there. I was looking at the windows in the hospital. I was in the parking lot looking at the windows, and they were all empty. I didn't see anybody in the fucking hospital. This motherfucker
where they
saying
are?
everybody, the hospital's all the fucking well. Where, motherfucker?
They're in
Where?
Florida. They're in Florida at Dave's place.
Yeah, I don't know about that. All right, I got to wrap it up, guys. I got another interview coming up. I want to just thank Big Lenny for joining us. And Lenny, if you're around on Tuesdays, we'd love you to join us on a regular basis. You're definitely a whack packer, and we'd love you to be a part of the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It was an honor. I learned from these guys, being 10 years older than me. I've been, reading you guys stuff for
Be
years.
ready, baby.
It is pretty fun. Ironic that Lenny and I are like the babies of the group here. That's pretty
You
pathetic.
rock, Lenny. I love you, bro. You rock.
All right, guys.
Hey, Dave.
Lenny, you're gonna get corrupted, Lenny. You hang around with us.
There you go.
What about the Whack Pack contest?
Which contest? What do you got? What are you selling this week, Mr. G, on MrPotsProtein.net?
We got peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter cups with peanut butter chalk, peanut butter, and raspberry jam in there. We got cherry cordials.
Wow.
We got the space bars. you're getting a whole shipment. Did you get it yet?
No, I'm waiting. I would have been eating them on the air.
Everything's taking longer. UPS, the post office is taking like 2 days longer.
Well, it's Black Friday. That's why. There's a lot of delivery.
I sent you the video. I sent you the video for the contest.
I didn't get the video. I didn't get the video.
Georgie, I ate space bars in Amsterdam, bro. They were great.
Those are not the same space bars, believe me.
Oh, here, see this thing? This big tin.
Yeah.
I want to fill this big tin up with all sorts of stuff, right?
Oh, it's like the surprise things my kids buy, the LOL things. They open up, you don't know what you're gonna get, right?
No, yeah, but here's the contest. I sent you the video. You show it next week.
Okay.
They make a puppet, a Jimmy the Bull puppet. Like I made like this with Greg, and then you do like a 5.
Oh, I did see that video. Yeah, it was pretty funny actually.
He's gonna put a fucking dwarf in there, is what he's gonna do.
Right. So Dave, you're gonna give me some species stuff. Who else sponsors this show? Legendary Foods.
Old school clothing.
Old school. Have them give me a shirt.
Yeah, we'll get some shirts in there.
Have them give me a shirt. Species. I'll put Mr. Pot stuff in here.
Okay.
Right? And we'll fill this thing up. It'll probably be about $1,000.
How about maybe John can get some Gaspari stuff sent over too?
Sure.
Yeah, and
Big Lenny, you got a T-shirt you can donate?
Sure.
What's up, Mr. G?
Send a Big Lenny T-shirt.
We're gonna fill this tin up, this giant tin, right? We're gonna fill up with all sorts of stuff for the holidays.
Greg can send a side of beef. He could put in there. Beef jerky.
I'll send you some toilet paper. Look,
this thing, this thing's so big I can fit. Dave,
how do you win it?
4 of these things in there.
How do you win that tin?
What?
How do you win?
How you win? I sent you the video. Put that video up on the show. The video.
We'll do it next week. We'll do it next week. We still got time. We'll do it next week. Let me wrap this.
I'm gonna send you 50 caliber rounds for the apocalypse.
That'll take out an elephant for sure.
Put that in the fucking can too.
Yeah.
Hey, put Jimmy's half sandwich in.
I gotta wrap this thing up, guys. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Hopefully, everyone had a great Thanksgiving weekend, and we'll be back again next week with Big Lenny. Hopefully. For now, I'm Dave Palumbo with the entire Whack Pack for another edition of After Hours.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hey, ne wate who? Ne say wate.